Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna get the guys work with it. So once we get going with it. All right, it is 6:30, right on time. Looks like everybody's on. So as we start this meeting, we will again ask our town clerk to make her statements and do the roll call attendance. So Melody, it is up to you.
Awesome. Thank you. Good evening. I just wanted to go over a couple logistics with regards to this meeting. For those participants who may not be very familiar, please make sure to mute yourselves when you're not talking and to keep your video on. With regards to how board members are going to participate in the meeting, the mayor will be calling on each of you individually to provide comments and votes. When voting, please remember to identify yourselves by stating your name and your vote. If you would like to speak at any point during the meeting, please raise your hand and be mindful of your background. If we are in the middle of a presentation and you are raising your hand but not being called on, please feel free to speak up. Most importantly, we want to make sure that our board members are able to participate in this meeting fully, so please feel free to text me if you have any technical difficulties. Next, we need to call the roll call. Mayor Ronald Pappas.
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Brenda McMillan.
Present.
Commissioner Jason Hall.
Present.
Commissioner Ann Simpson.
Present.
Commissioner Tracy Weslick.
Present.
Commissioner Pedro Morey.
Present.
Thank you. All members are present. Mayor, I'll turn it back over to you.
Great, thank you, Melody. Appreciate that. We will now, with that, call this meeting, the regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners, May 11th, 2021. We'll call this one to order. As we do that, if you would please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and following a brief moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Very good. Thank you, everyone. Okay, we'll drop down to adoption of the agenda. Any requests on the agenda tonight? Seeing no hands on this one, I will call for a motion to formally adopt the agenda tonight as published. May I have a motion, please? We're going to have a motion to adopt tonight's agenda. We're going to go roll call vote, please. Mayor Pro Tem McMillan.
Brenda McMillan, aye.
Commissioner Weslick.
Tracy Weslick, aye.
Commissioner Simpson.
Commissioner Simpson, aye.
Commissioner Hall.
Commissioner Hall, aye.
Commissioner Morey.
Commissioner Morey, aye.
Very good. We're all in for tonight. Didn't leave anybody out. The screen's moving around a little bit. So as I understand tonight, we have no general public comments. Is that correct, Melody?
That's correct.
Very good. Appreciate that. All right, we'll move to adopt the consent agenda for tonight's meeting. So may I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to adopt the consent agenda.
Very good. Motion up for adoption of tonight's consent agenda as published. Roll call vote again. Mayor Pro Tem.
Brenda McMillan, aye.
Commissioner Weslick.
Commissioner Weslick, aye.
Commissioner Morey.
Commissioner Morey, aye.
Commissioner Hall.
Commissioner Hall, aye.
And Commissioner Simpson.
Commissioner Simpson, aye.
There you go. That magic button. Thank you. Appreciate that. So we're down to item number F, that is under recognitions, and this one's going to be led by Town Manager Jeff Wells.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm delighted to recognize Aiden Cohen this evening and show our appreciation for her time as an intern with the town. Now, she had spent some time with us back this winter helping out engineering, but then we actually had an opportunity for her to come back and help out on the planning side as well. So she spent quite a few months with us helping first, as I mentioned, engineering with field and GIS work. She did some research topics for planning, got the opportunity to attend numerous meetings, including staff meetings, meetings with developers, elected and advisory board meetings. We're able to provide her a lot of exposure to our operation. So we hope she'll be able to take a baseline knowledge with her as she now moves on to her new role in the Triangle area, where she'll be working for the Research Triangle Foundation. And I think she'll have to tell you exactly what that organization is, because I'm not sure, but she'll be finishing up her bachelor's degree in geography at UNC Charlotte with a concentration in regional and urban planning while she is taking up this new employment opportunity in the Triangle area. Just want to let her know how much we appreciate her efforts working in the last few months and helping out the planning department and then the engineering department as well. Her efforts will be greatly appreciated by the town. Thank you very much.
Well, Aiden, you're going to have to come back to us someday when we get big and strong like you're getting. So really do appreciate it. I know there's good comments from both sides of the floor over there from planning and the rest of our staff. So wish you well on your journey, and I understand you're moving. So maybe you can tell us a little bit about the company that you're going to go to work for and what you're going to do.
Yeah, well, I told them down at town hall today that my parents live in Waxhaw, so I still won't be too far. But I'll be an assistant planner down there helping oversee the growth in the research park area. Real estate, project management stuff. I'm still a little confused on what I'll entirely be doing. So talk to me in like 2 months and I'll have a better answer.
That's awesome. Well, we certainly wish you well in that. It's exciting. It's exciting to have a career path and hopefully one that you'll like and continue on. It will move around a little bit on you during your career, but you can't lose with all that knowledge. So we want to tell you from all of us, the board and myself, thank you very much for participating with us and helping us go through the processes that we did in the last year.
Thank you.
Very good. Any other comments are certainly welcome by any other commissioners or anybody up on the board? All right, put you to sleep then. Very good. Well, Aiden, good luck on the journey.
Thank you.
All right. All right, so tonight we have no presentations, we have no comments, no public hearings tonight, so no old business. We're going to jump right down to new business. And for the second time in his career with the town of Waxhaw, we get to hear from our town attorney, Charlie Buckley. You get to do the presentation to consider the ordinance amending the chapter 16 of our town code on the fire prevention code. I can't even say that tonight. Too much lemonade. Anyway, Charlie, I'm going to turn it right over to you.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, Mayor and Board. As the mayor said, I get to do this again, second time in my history. So at any rate, this evening we need to help the fire marshal's office, and we're asking you to provide that help for the fire marshal. One of the problems he's running into is that civil penalties are not sufficient remedies right now to get the attention of violators. They'll just take the civil penalty citation and just set it aside, or they'll tear it up, or any number of things. And when it comes to open burning in particular, we need a little more teeth to fight somebody who is violating the open burnings regulation in your fire prevention code. So we're coming tonight and asking that you grant some additional authority for that fire marshal to seek injunctive relief. Now, obviously, the board would always have the final say so on whether or not a filing in the Superior Court for an injunction will occur, but he needs that as a threat and also as a remedy. So that we're coming tonight saying amend the ordinance and add the ability for an injunctive relief. This is a matter that the general statutes under the Municipal Corporation Act 168, 175 will allow this remedy. And so it's a very simple ask, and I think the memo that attached to the agenda gives a little more detail about it, but I think that tonight it would be in the town of Waxhaw's best interest to adopt this for the general health, safety, and welfare of the community, because obviously a open burn could create havoc with just a little bit of wind. So that's what we're asking for this evening. I'll be glad to answer any questions.
Sorry, I started the stuttering today for you, Charlie. All right, any discussion on this item? I think we've all been around the table on this one before. Charlie, if you would remind the board and myself the changes in the dollar amount structure of that ordinance.
Well, it doesn't change any dollar amount.
Okay, so it's just, it gives him the ability to do so.
Yes, it just adds an additional remedy that he would have in his toolbox.
Okay,
Right now, the only violation penalty is the civil penalty.
okay. All right, well, that sounds pretty straightforward. Any comments? I saw Commissioner Hall went on and off there a second. Any comments on this discussion?
I was just going to follow up with you, Mayor. It's so the injunctive relief then would be set by the court.
That's correct. But before the fire marshal could file any kind of civil complaint, the board would have to approve that. So you would have the final say so, but it does give him another remedy in his toolbox to fight these violators.
Very much necessary. Here we've had a few go-arounds with this, so it's just time for us to take a step to grant the marshal his ability to enforce the law.
Let me add addition. When you seek the injunction and the court orders an injunction, then if there is a violation of that court order, then that's up to the Superior Court judge to issue whatever penalties that he may want to issue. That would include jail time and whatever civil penalty he wanted to add to that. So that threat is not idle. That's a real threat, because if you violate the court's order, the court could put you in jail for some period of time and could charge you a fine on top of that.
I will definitely put away my matches, so.
99 out of 100 times civil penalties works well, but every decade or so you have a case or two that comes along that you need some additional tools in the toolbox.
Exactly.
Commissioner Moore, I saw your hand up.
Just a quick question. Charlie, isn't this something that can be handled locally, local law enforcement?
No. Well, you could make it the violation a criminal misdemeanor, but there's a bill in the General Assembly that's been in there since early March that's got a lot of activity to it that will decriminalize any violation of local ordinances. And part of the reason for that is a criminal misdemeanor charge is prosecuted by the DA's office, not locally. It's prosecuted, and that means the DA has to spend time preparing the case and then would have to try the case in the courts. But what happens is with city ordinances, they have so many cases that are, high crimes and misdemeanors and felonies. They just don't want to waste their time with local ordinances. So what they end up doing is dismissing them. So right now there is, but like I say, there is a bill in the General Assembly that seems to have a lot of favor by the General Assembly to decriminalize all local ordinances.
How do we remedy local ordinances?
Civil penalties or injunctions.
So we tie it to Superior Court instead of the district attorney? Is that what I'm understanding?
Well, no, you file a civil lawsuit seeking the injunctive remedy, but unless it's in your ordinance, you don't have the authority to seek that. So all we're doing is adding that authority to seek it. That's all.
Okay,
All right. Any other questions for the town attorney? All right, seeing no hands going up on this one, it seems pretty straightforward to us. And again, we have had this discussion on some of our 2x2s, but looking for a motion right now to approve or not this proposed ordinance. So do I have a motion, please?
Motion to approve the proposed ordinance number 2021-008, amending chapter 16 of the town code ordinance fire prevention code.
Very good, thank you. All right, the motion is up for approval on 2021-008. So roll call vote again, and start again with Mayor Pro Tem.
Brenda McMillan, aye.
Commissioner Morey,
Commissioner Moore, aye.
Commissioner Hall,
Commissioner Hall, aye.
Commissioner Simpson,
Commissioner Simpson, aye.
and back to Commissioner Westlake.
Commissioner Westlake, aye.
Very good. The motion passes, fully approved. So thank you very much for that. Charlie, thank you for your help on that.
Well, on behalf of Kevin, let me say thank you to the board.
Very good. I almost gave the floor up to Matt for you on that one, so. All right, next item up is the to consider resolution to begin process of accepting Sunbonnet Lane into our street maintenance program. We've had some discussions on that prior to this. So with this one, I'm going to have Town Manager Jeff Wells have the floor. It's yours.
Thank you, Mayor. Properties along Sunbonnet Lane were annexed into the town in 2008. Sunbonnet is a private drive located at the intersection of Pine Oak Drive and right at Pine Oak's intersection with Waxhaw Marvin Road. The condition of the street was never addressed when this was annexed. Over the years, staff has received requests to improve the street as it has continued to deteriorate. In order to remedy this inequitable situation, staff is proposing to complete repairs to the street. The steps to move forward would be completing a major subdivision process for the right-of-way to be dedicated for public use, accepting the street into town for maintenance, and then completing the work. Staff is requesting the board's approval to begin moving forward and getting prepared to start the administrative portion of this project, such as the major subdivision and acceptance portion, as soon as possible. This project is programmed into the town's capital improvement plan. The estimated total cost to complete the project is $125,000. $25,000 is programmed into the upcoming engineering department's budget for the administrative portion, and then $100,000 for the construction cost in the upcoming capital improvement plan budget. And our public services director, Todd Matthews, is also available for any historical type of questions regarding this item as well. And I'll pull up a map here that you can see the property as well, or the area as well. So over here on the left-hand side is Waxhaw Marvin Road, and this is Pine Oak Road that comes to that Y intersection that everybody's familiar with. And then, of course, running east and west here is the existing Sunbonnet Lane. There are 10 property owners on either side along the street, and we've received acknowledgement from each of them that they are ready to move forward to this process. We got that acknowledgement from each of them. Been working on that since this past November. Some of them were hard to find, but we found them all. So it took a little bit of time, but I think we're ready to move forward and remedy this situation for the folks that have been living with this for the last, I guess, 13 years now. So certainly happy to answer any questions that any board member may have.
Very good, thank you. Now, again, understanding that all of the adjacent property owners have signed off on this. So that's 10 of those. That includes the east end of the street, the end of the street as well?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Any other discussion for anybody up there? I don't see, my screen got smaller all of a sudden here. I got another. Commissioner Simpson, please.
Jeff, the end of the street, is that just terminating a dead end?
It
Yes.
does. It terminates to a house.
So there'd be no other connectivity, it just kind of terminates at that home?
For now, yes, but there is a large piece of property up to the north and west of it that could have an opportunity to develop at some point.
Very good. All right, any other questions for town manager? And I see Todd, you're on.
Yes.
This thing's been going on for a long time, right?
Yeah, it's been going on a while. We started to have a lot of problems with our trash trucks getting in and out too. It's running out so bad.
Yeah, I'm trying to turn around at the east end of that would be very interesting. So, well, it looks, on the surface, I mean, I don't know what the history was or why it was never considered to seg out that street, but I'm glad that you guys picked it up and you guys did the research on everybody to get them to sign off. And right now it's a matter of making another improvement. Are we going to do that ourselves or sub it out?
A little bit of both. We don't help whoever does it. We take out some trees and stuff and then they do the grading work.
Okay, that'll save us a little bit. So really it's just the putting the pavement section down, really. All right, with that discussion, Commissioner Hall, I see you just went off there.
Yeah, I just had an interesting, just a comment and a question. So the comment is, well done, Todd and team, working to locate everybody so that we can bring this to where it is today. My question is, so with our improvements, how will that help the trash trucks get in and out? Because it does still, if it terminates at the end, is there a turnaround or something planned?
They'll be able to back in, but the trees are getting so big now that it's starting to rub up against the truck. So when we widen the road, it'll be easier to back in.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
Very good. Any other comments, questions, thoughts on this one? All right, seeing no hands up yet. All right, I'll be looking for a motion on this one to approve this resolution 2021014. And this is the start of a process. So can I have a motion on that, please?
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2021014 to begin process of accepting Sunbonnet Lane to the town maintenance system and upgrading Sunbonnet Lane to the town street standards.
Very good. Thank you, Commissioner Morey. All right, with that one, we've got a roll call vote again. I'll start again. Mayor Pro Tem McMillan.
Brenda McMillan, aye.
Commissioner Simpson.
Commissioner Simpson, aye.
Commissioner Westlake.
Commissioner Westlake, aye.
Commissioner Hall.
Commissioner Hall, aye.
And back to Commissioner Morey.
Commissioner Moore, aye.
Very good. Thank you very much on that. We're heading down the road on that one. So appreciate again the work of the staff to bring that to our attention and
Hey,
citizens.
I know the citizens of Sunbonnet would like to thank the board for this because they've been needing this for a long time.
Been a while.
Yep.
Been a while.
Thank you.
So they're very welcome and we're glad to be able to do this for them. So you can tell them that for us, Todd. Thank you very much.
I'll do it. Thanks.
Mayor,
Oh, yes, sir.
if I may, I just want to let the board know that you will have future votes on this road. This just begins the process, but you're not accepting it for maintenance yet. You'll have to do this initial process, and then the board will have a vote to add it to the town street system before you spend a dime on the actual improvements. Because you can only spend money on the public right of way.
That's correct.
But right now, it's not making it a part of the public right of way. You're just doing everything in advance. So if the citizens ask you, why are you paving this driveway? You're just getting it in a position to be able to accept it for maintenance, and then you'll spend the money.
That's right. Right. And then later on, Todd's going to have to sign off on his own work. So part of it.
But I know you'll get questions about it. No, no good deed goes unpunished. So we're not spending any public money yet. That's just this beginning the process. And I just want everybody to understand that.
Well, it seems like the right thing to do all the way around. This has been lagging out there for a lot of years.
Correct. No, that's correct. But just for your protection, you're not spending any money yet.
All right. Thanks, Charlie. Appreciate that. All right, we're going to drop down to item number 3 on the new business is the initiation of voluntary annexation petition. And so I'm going to let this go up to our town clerk. Melody, floor is yours.
Thank you, Mayor. So the town of Waxhaw has received a request from McCorkle Farm for annexation of property located at 2410 and 2412 Providence Road South. More information on this request will be forthcoming at your next meeting, provided the board would like to move forward with this request. The main purpose of the discussion tonight is to initiate the process of annexing this property, which includes 1, approving a resolution directing the town clerk, myself, to investigate the petition. Number 2, for the town clerk to verify the sufficiency. And number 3, approving the resolution scheduling the public hearing for May 25th. And so then basically we'll move to the public hearing, and then the following meeting, I believe on the 8th of June, we'll have, the 8th of June, we'll have the decision on that item. I'll be glad to answer any questions.
Mayor Pro Tem, I see your hand up there. Thank you.
Did this particular parcel come before the board previously?
It did, about 2 years ago.
And this is just a straight annexation request, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and then also a little guidance on this one on the, if there was a motion and then dropping down to the second part of that, is that going to be part of the first motion, Charlie or Melody?
I'm not sure I understand your question.
You've got 2 items there, a motion, if there was a motion to approve the resolution, then a second item that the town clerk verify the petition. Is that part of the first motion?
No, I would.
So it would be a second action, basically on my part. I have a slide that I can share with you when you're ready to make that decision.
Okay.
That Jeff is sharing the.
Should we move forward on this or any questions? We're going to have 3 motions. Would that be correct?
3 actions, yes.
Action. All right. All right, so this is up for question, Q&A, discussion from any of the board members. Melody's going to share something for us there. There you go.
Are you seeing the presentation?
I am. Everybody
Okay.
else?
Yes.
Okay.
Emotions, yeah.
Okay. So you'll need to do motion 1 for the resolution.
Okay, I guess any questions? The screen got real small again, so I got to look at this. All right, so any discussion, any questions on this? And if we don't see, I don't see any hands up here right now. We're looking for a motion to start the process to approve the resolution, directing the town clerk to investigate annexation petition 18-225. So is there a motion on the floor?
Yeah, I'll make a motion. I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2021016, directing the town clerk to investigate annexation petition 18-225.
Very good. Motion is up on the floor. So we'll do a roll call vote again. I'll start with Commissioner Simpson. Can't hear you.
Commissioner Simpson, aye.
Very good. Commissioner Westlake,
Commissioner Westlake, aye.
Representative McMillan,
Brenda McMillan, aye.
Commissioner Morey,
Commissioner Morey, aye.
and Commissioner Hall.
Commissioner Hall, aye.
Very good. So that part is good. So now we're looking for an action, I guess. And so again, we're looking for a motion to do this. Charlie, what's this is separated here.
Yeah. Well, you want to do
Basically,
that motion number 3, you've got to, what designated is number 3, you've got to take action on that after has certified it, and that's already happened.
So what I'm asking is we're looking for consent from the board to ask the town clerk to verify the petition.
yes,
Well-
so I can go ahead and verify that right now that the petition was investigated and is sufficient.
Okay, because it had an action item in there, that's
Yeah.
why I was asking the question.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to go to the second part of this is a motion to approve the resolution scheduling the public hearing for May 25th. So do I have a motion on item number 3?
Yeah, I'm on a roll. I'll do it.
Okay, go ahead and make the motion.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2021017, scheduling the public hearing for May 25th, 2021 at 6:30 PM through the regular meeting link.
Very good. Motion's up. We'll do a roll call vote on this again. Mayor Pro Tem McMillan,
Brenda McMillan, aye.
Commissioner Westlake,
Commissioner Westlake, aye.
Commissioner Simpson,
Commissioner Simpson, aye.
Commissioner Morey,
Commissioner Morey, aye.
and back to Commissioner Hall.
Commissioner Hall, aye.
Very good. All right, we got through that one, muddled through it. So thank you everyone for that. That'll go on the May 25th agenda for public hearing. So appreciate that. All right, we're down to the town leadership reports tonight. So we'll jump over to Town Manager Jeffrey Wells.
Well, it's a rare month, Mayor. I don't really have any additional items to share this month.
Oh my, that's a good one. Well, we might just blow right through this tonight. So, all right, I appreciate that. We'll jump down to Miss Dina. Dina, are you signed on yet? There you go. Now we see you. So the floor is yours. Very good. You can take the floor.
Awesome. Let me share my screen. Okay, can everyone see?
I can. Yes, we can.
All right. I'm going to go over tonight what's going on in the Park and Rec world and upcoming projects. Here we go. We are at the tail end of our program guide. We end up in June. So we still have programs and fun days in the park, Hero Project. So we still have some opportunities for the public to sign up. So please check that out and register through Rec Desk. We have our Tuesdays and Thursdays walking group. They're doing awesome. We end up usually around 10 to 12 ladies that come out. So we're encouraging that fitness in Waxhaw. This coming up Monday, we have a full class with the mixology, and our pottery class for May is full, but we added another one in June, the 17th, and that still has some spaces. The charcuterie class is coming up this week. We still have some room available, so please join us. And senior coffee is back. We're doing it once a month to get us kind of started back on a schedule, and that is on May the 20th. So tomorrow, it looks like we're going to have rain all day. So we're going to postpone Glitter Me Silly until a later date. But please join us next week for the bike hero project, where we're going to be at Town Creek, and everybody will have their bikes, and we'll be having some safety talks and a bike giveaway. This weekend is the student art show. So we would love for the public to come out on Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. starting on Saturday to 5, and then Sunday 12 to 5. And it's all of our students in our general area from grammar school, middle school, high school. We have over 300 pieces of artwork that we have been collecting over the last couple days. we actually got into the Methodist Church is letting us hold their social hall. And so we'll have a wide area for everybody to walk around in and look at all the awesome artwork that our youth has produced over the last year. So please come and join us. Save the date for Memorial Day. So we have, we're going to go back to a traditional Memorial Day where it's going to be at the Honor Wall downtown. And we are working out all the wonderful guest speakers and participants of Memorial Day now. So look for the upcoming week of that program coming out, and we'd love to see you there. So y'all know I get excited about the downtown park. So we are getting back information about the topo of the park and how things are laying out. Soon I'll be coming back with some more visualizations of kind of where all the puzzle pieces are landing. So we're using the topo to our best of our ability because I love trees and I want to keep as many. But that means a little more challenges. So we're working out those challenges now. Volunteering. So we have wonderful parks and trails. We would love for you to come out and show us your skills and help volunteer. So we have a couple parks that are still available and some trails available. We actually had this past week a youth group, a homeschool group that's going to take over the skate park this summer. So we're extremely excited for them to join the volunteer spirit in Waxhaw. Again, partnerships are a big deal for us for Park and Rec. We would love to partner with you with upcoming classes and programs and events from July and beyond. So as we get back to normal, we our offerings will be a lot more. So we would love to partner with you on these future events. And of course, I'd leave you with our vision and mission. And I would love to see you a part of the upcoming programs and events. Thank you.
Very good. Well, it's nice to get rocking and rolling on the events again. And too bad we have all the delays that we have had during the last year, and you get an event going and you get rain on it. So rescheduling. So appreciate that. Any thoughts, comments for Miss Dina tonight? All right. Kind of light today on the comments, but Dina, we certainly appreciate all that you do for us every week and every time we have this meeting. And I know you're ramping up and getting really excited. I can't wait to be there to stick that shovel in the ground on the south side of town there. So, and
Yes,
I understand you had a great skate park event too.
We did. The kids, that's building community. So we had a great time that, and the tea party was awesome as well with Mother's Day. So it's definitely, when you see those smiles, that's the reason why I do this. So it's really awesome.
I was out there as well, and there were a lot of people there, very active, and so we appreciate that. It was a good event, and it seems to be a good part, if you will, of this town. So thank you for all you do for it, and thanking those in the past that made it happen too. So we appreciate that. All right. Any other thoughts, questions, Ms. Dina? I think I'll let you off the hook with that one, if that's it.
Yes, sir.
All right, very good. So I'm going to ask if there's any comments, thoughts from any of the commissioners, but I want to go back to Jeff. We have somebody starting tomorrow, and I'm going to let you do that intro real quick.
Oh, okay, sure. Thank you, Mayor. So we have our new planning and inspections director starting tomorrow, Lisa Thompson. So hopefully she got gassed up to be able to make the trip to town hall tomorrow. So we're real excited to have her official day starting tomorrow.
That's awesome. Well, we're looking forward to getting that kind of off your shoulders a little bit. Yeah, there'll be some ramp up time on that, but I think that you guys have all made a good choice on this addition to the team. So we're looking forward to it. So appreciate that. Mayor Pro Tem, I saw your hand go up there.
Just really quickly, I just want to speak on about 2 weeks ago, Mayor Pappas and myself attended the Apprentice Academy in Monroe, where we participated in Blessing Bag Packing Day, which was a service day with a number of municipalities who came out from Monroe, Waxhaw, Marshville, Indian Trail, just a bunch of different municipalities, businesses, organizations, and a lot of youth were out there. And we were packing bags with necessities for people who are in need, families, children who are homeless, women who are in shelters, men who are in shelters, prison ministries, and just giving back as a day of service and trying to be of service to those in our communities. It was a really wonderful event and day and time to see so many people and talk to different people from different organizations and see how we can even be of more service to those in our own town and community. And those of you on the board know that I work every week, a couple of days, sometimes a week, as far as participating with the Jesse Jude Food Pantry here at Waxhaw, and also with other families in town. So please be mindful of those who are still in need and who are struggling. And we do have homeless kids who live in our town as well that we need to be mindful of and just try and help out as much as we can and give back in some way. And I also want to be mindful in remembering Captain Ronald McGarvey, whose service was this past Saturday, and remembering his family and letting them know that they are still in our thoughts and our prayers.
Good, thank you for that, Brenda. It was a good event over there. The Saturday you and I were out there. I made you stand up and tell your story a little bit, so I know you just love that. But it was a very humbling event, and really recognizing how many people are still struggling all around us. We don't see them all the time, but those who were able to be there, and certainly those who work on the edges of that to support those organizations, pretty humbling to see all of them and hear some of their stories. So it was a good event to be at. On last Saturday, Commissioner Moore and I attended the memorial service for Captain Ronald McGarvey, and it was pretty humbling as well. There's probably 275 people there. Big event in the park down in Cane Creek, and a lot of people were there just paying their tribute to him. So we've got a great community, everybody, and we're going to build on that as we go. And there's a lot of caring and a lot of people who will step up and serve. We all serve at different capacities here in the town and in the county and the region. So if we can continue to do that and make every day a better place here and around us, we've all been successful then. So with that, any other comments from anybody else on the board there? All right, you guys are looking to go home tonight. So, all right, well, appreciate all the effort. We're moving forward, and we're moving forward at good speed in spite of all the things that happen around us. So today we have nothing for the closed session. So I will let all of you race up to make the motion to close this meeting.
So moved.
Well, we have a motion to close the meeting from Commissioner Simpson. Roll call vote. Mayor Pro Tem McMillan.
Brenda McMillan, aye.
Commissioner Morey.
Commissioner Moore, aye.
Commissioner Hall.
Commissioner Hall, aye.
Who am I missing up there? Commissioner Westlake. Pictures move around. There we go.
Commissioner Westlake, aye.
Back to Commissioner Simpson.
Commissioner Simpson, aye.
Good. Well, everybody on screen, thank you for your participation tonight as well. Charlie, thanks. And it's good to see you again.
Thank you.
And I think this is a wrap for everybody. So off we go. Good night.
Stay safe. Stay safe,
Night.
everybody.